Number 3, it was saying, we're going to start with number 3 here. Number 3, they gave us that, given that y, they gave us y equals to ex cos 3x. They want to show that our d squared y dx squared minus 2 dy dx plus 10y equals to 0. So the question is there at the start of the video. You can always pause the video and look at the question properly. So here, what we have to do, so to handle these numbers, it's always better you always shift this to the left. So divide by ex, like that. Then you take this up to get y equals to e negative x equals cos 3x. Then this one, so we are going to use a product rule. So you say fix e negative x, differentiate y, plus fix y, differentiate negative x. So this will now be a minus equals to, when you share this we get minus 3 sine 3x. Remember, when you differentiate the cos, we differentiate the angle. But when you use the cos, we get a negative. When you differentiate the cos, we get a sign there. Now from there, you differentiate the second time because it's that in the second derivative. So you say fix in negative x, differentiate this is squared y, the x squared. Now minus fix dy dx. When you share this, we get now e negative x. Of course, when you share the negative, that's why it comes into that negative. Minus into bracket, fix e negative x, differentiate y, minus, when you differentiate e negative x. When you differentiate this, we get that negative there, equals to minus, when you multiply this, 3, the coefficient here, get minus, this one will be cos 3x. Now what I'm going to do, cos 3x, I know what it is, so I just now simplify there. So e minus x, d squared y, dx squared, y dx, open brackets, negative x, y x, give us positive y, e negative x equals negative e into, you know what cos 3x is, it is y e power negative x. Now from there, you can able to see that our ex divided through by e negative x, because it's common throughout. I'll be remaining with d squared y, dx squared, minus dy dx, minus dy dx, plus y equals to negative y. Now from there, I try now to simplify to get this squared y, the x squared minus 2 dy dx. Well, now I bring this side, I'll be having 10y equals to 0, and that's the end of that number there. When we come to question 4 we had, they told us find the angle between the line. They gave us this line, y equals to 205 plus lambda into 3, 12, 4. And the plane, they gave us a plane, negative x plus 2y plus 2z minus 66 equals to 0. Here what we have to do is, we know that our u, the power vector here, is 3, 12, 4, or some people call it the direction vector. This is our direction vector or the power vector. Then I pick my normal to this plane. We are by taking just the coefficients there. That is my normal. You know that if I want the angle between these two, I say n dot u is going to be equal to magnitude of n, magnitude of u. Because I'm getting an angle between a plane and line, I use sine theta there. So I bring them. So negative 1 to 2 dot with 3, 12, 4 equal to magnitude of, when I square 3, we are going to square 3. When I square 3, I get 9 plus when I square this I get 144. When I square this I get 16. Then when I square 1 I get 1 plus 4 plus 4. Then sine of this. So when you dot, this is going to give us negative 3 plus 24 plus 8 equals now the square root of. We add now these ones and we multiply them. So we have now 9 plus 144, which is giving us root 69. Then here we are getting root 9 sine theta. So now from here, my angle will be sine inverse of, when we simplify this, we are going to be having 29 over, this one is 13 times 3. And so we give now our angle to two decimal places. And we are giving, since we are giving answer to 3 decimal places, this one is going to be now 48.04 degrees. I'm giving my answer to 2 decimal places. Like that. We'll come now to question 5. Question 5 was coming from inequalities. If you want to see separate inequalities, please visit the playlist to see more about inequalities there. It was saying, solve the inequality 2x over x plus 1 into now x minus 2 equals to 0. Sorry, greater than 0. So what we have to do here is to get our critical values. Critical values. How do you get critical values? By equating this to 0, this to 0, and this to 0 to get x equals to negative 1, x equals to 2, and x equals to 3.5. So now there we draw our analysis table and we analyze those critical values. This was so easy, because they didn't want you to simplify. The question was already simplified. So all you do, you had to just put here your x, then here you want the sign of this inequality there. So you analyze below the smallest, between the smallest and the biggest, between 2 and 3.5, then x above 3.5. So easy. Now for inequalities, the good thing with inequalities, the signs alternate. I just need to know which one is having 0. This one has 0. When I put here 0, I have up, I have a positive, down I have a negative, which is giving me a negative. Because here I have negative 2 times 1, which is negative 2, divided by positive 7, which is negative. And once this is negative, this is positive, this is positive, this is negative. Remember, we are needing when it's C greater than 0. Greater than 0 means that we need positive signs. We have positive signs here and here. So now, therefore, our solution set is now x less than negative 1 and 2 less x less 3.5. So that's how we had to do our number there. I wish you well.